My name, my full name, as it was given to me at the baptismal font on the day of my birth in Salzburg in Vienna on 26 January Anno Domini 1756 is Johannes Chrysostomus Wolfgangus Theophilus Mozart. But that's so long and I'm short. So why don't you call me what my friends call me? Call me Amadeus. Call me Amadei. And so here I am. I am in your time. In the words of one of your more recent authors, rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated. As you can see, I am not dead. I'm not even tired. The rumor of my death was probably originated by my rival at court, that Italian composer Antonio Salieri. He was always jealous of me. He could never write like me. He could never dance like me. He could never dress like me. He couldn't even paint like me. I can paint an entire apartment in one afternoon. 2 coats. When I began my career, European music was dominated by the style galant, the elegant style, and much of the intricacies of the Baroque counterpoint and fugue had been put aside in favor of a lighter, more fresher style in tune with the modern society. But then, when I began composing, I decided to bring back some of the complexities of counterpoint and fugue, and I fused them into a new type of music, a hybrid type of music that pointed the way to the music of the future. Divertisi a tutti la musica e questo è mio, eh? Per favore, musicisti della Orchestra di Camera del Bologna Centro, cominciare per favore la rappresentazione. Now, although I'm fun, I'm not a silly man. That fellow who played me in that movie you like about me is a very silly man. And what is that laugh? Who laughs like that? That! I don't laugh like that. It's the braying of an ass. By the age of 5, I was giving solo recitals for the heads of state in Salzburg and Vienna. By the age of 8, I was touring all through the capitals of Europe. And then it was discovered on one of these tours that I also apparently had the ability to remember and reproduce any kind of music. I was in Rome, and the pontiff had invited me to the Sistine Chapel to hear a performance of Gregorio Allegri's massive sacred oratorio, Miserere. Now, the Vatican keeps a tight lock on all of its music and won't allow a shred of it outside to be performed elsewhere. But I liked Miserere. So I went back to my room, took out a parchment and a quill, and I wrote the whole thing out by memory and brought it back to Vienna. So it may be said that in addition to revolutionizing music, I have invented copyright infringement. And what do I keep in mind when I compose? 3 things: clarity, balance, and transparency. Clarity, balance, and transparency. But I beseech you, when you listen to my music, go beneath the delicacy of the outward texture and go deep and see if you could find what lies at the heart and the soul of my music. So where is my soul of all the kinds of music that I have written? The string quartets, the ballets, the concerti, the symphony. I would say to go to the theater and to hear my operas, for I am a man of the theater. I have written so far 19 complete operas and 2 incomplete ones. I'll finish those later. Of these, I think perhaps my best are my 5 most recent: Le Nozze di Figaro, Don Giovanni, Cose fan tutte, La Clemenza de Tito und die Zauberflöte. And now, we leave you with one final piece, and I want to thank you for helping me remember how it goes. My Divertimento in D major KV2, O5. And now, unfortunately, another lovely afternoon draws to a close. And I must tell you that in the time I've been away, your scholars have been writing books and books and books and trying to unlock the secret vault wherein my soul lies. Where is my soul? Where does it lie? Well, I write all kinds of music. I must tell you that the muse that was sitting on my shoulder when I composed these light puff pastry pieces is quite different from the one that was singing in my ear when I composed, for example, the terrifying Dies Irae from my most recent work, the Requiem. And also, it may be said that your scholars have also pointed to the fact that perhaps an allusion to my personal life can be found in my operas. For example, in Don Giovanni, they say that there is a personal allusion to a terrifying aspect of my life, my relationship with my father, may he rest in peace, Leopold. A difficult man, a difficult relationship. It has been said that the ghost of the murdered commendatore, when he comes in the last act and drags the profligate wastrel, the unrepentant murderer, Giovanni, down to hell, that I meant to represent my father, Leopold, may he rest in peace, in the murdered commendatore, and Giovanni in myself. Well, that may not be true. Or it may be true. And if it is true, I have not only revolutionized music and invented copyright infringement, I have created the allegory. And so now, I must go back to my time, but this lovely afternoon reminds me of an afternoon long, long ago, when the beautiful Empress of the Habsburg, Maria Theresia, invited me to come to visit her at her summer palace in Vienna, Schönbrunn, which means beautiful fountain. And she said, you know, Amadei, I'm giving a ball tonight, and I always do the same thing. I call for the guest list. And if the guest list is filled with lively, entertaining, intelligent, and wonderful people, I call the servants, and I say, lower the crystal chandeliers and place in them the long candles. But if I see the guest list is full of dull, unimaginative, stupid, and plotting people, I call for the short candles. So now, as I must leave, I ask you, when you think of me, when you think of my music, open the chandeliers of your heart and always think of me and put in the long candles. Thank you so much.